Bee bathing is a practice that is not new by any means, and it takes many forms. In the Eastern European country of Slovenia, there's an entire culture dedicated to and invested in the native Carniolan honeybee. In villages across the nation, there are bee houses called čebelnjaks, where beekeepers keep and work their honeybees. In many of these bee houses, there are beds or chairs inside of the bee house to allow people to connect more intimately with the honeybee and experience the healing benefits from the vibrations and odors of the hive. Participants enter the house, lay down on a bed, or sit and begin to breathe. With every deep inhalation, the senses are awakened. The heightened sweet aroma of honey or the increased sensations from the vibration and hum of the bees creates an opportunity to immerse and can be combined with breath work, meditation, and mindfulness practices. Another type of bee bathing is through the practice of observation. During this practice, we become intentional naturalists. We take the time to explore and observe this very beautiful and structured organism that we may work on a regular basis, but often move through with urgency and lack of intention. This practice of observation can be done inside of an apiary or in a natural landscape where bees are foraging on flowers. Whether you're a seasoned beekeeper or simply find solace and introspection in the presence of the natural world, this practice leads us into a deeper understanding. If you're entering an apiary, consider bringing a chair or a blanket or a towel, whatever you decide to sit on. However, it's preferred that you sit on the side of the hive rather in front of the entrance. This is to lessen the agitation we may cause by entering the environment of the bees. Once settled, begin to breathe, watching the breath move in and out of our body as we become keenly aware of the environment and the movements of the honeybees. As you deepen the breath, draw all your awareness to your eyes, gazing upon the hive, watching the bees go in and out of the entrance, observing the characteristics and behaviors they're displaying, from how they move, to their coloration, to who's doing what job. As you continue to breathe into the incredible nature of bees, how they move and operate, we draw our awareness now to all of the smells around us and those permeating from the hive. Deep, full breaths, feeling the air pass over the tiny hairs on the insides of our nose. And then drawing our focus to the tiny hairs on the backs of the honeybees and how each one serves a purpose of pollen collection or sensory perception. As we become more aware of our sight and our smell, we draw focus to our ears, increasing the sounds of the grounding buzz and hum from the honeybees. As we go silent for the next 10 minutes or so of observation, bring all our focus to this one extraordinary organism, the honeybee, working endlessly to create and survive, all in service of the hive, the superorganism, the community. If you're practicing bee bathing in a natural setting, bring what you need to make the experience accessible for you. Bring a blanket or a chair and place yourself in a space where the bees and the flowers are thriving together. Once settled, begin to breathe, watching the breath move in and out of the body as we become aware of the environment around us. As you deepen the breath and soften the eyes, begin to focus your gaze on what's in front of you. What do we observe? Maybe the tiny hairs on the stems of flowers or the sheen of the petals. Are the bees present? Are they foraging on these flowers? Can you see pollen on their legs? How do the flowers and the bees react to wind swaying them side by side? As we continue to settle into simply being with the bees, we draw our focus to what we are smelling. If you're in a space where you can actively smell a flower, get close and observe what the bees are smelling. Then we bring our awareness to the sounds around us. Often where there are bees, there are birds and other noisemakers. Focus your attention on the sounds around you, breathing deeply to aid in observation and mindfulness in this space. As we go silent for the next 10 minutes or so, continuing to observe your surroundings and all the organisms in their natural state, constantly come back to the bees in that landscape. As we begin to close this practice and come from the natural setting, please offer gratitude to the flowers and the bees for allowing you to share space with them in order to bring a deeper connection and understanding between all of us.